And welcome back to the Museum of Natural History. This is what we needed the keycard for. Oh, this is starting to look musty and mysterious.
Musterious.
We can just sort of hide out back here.
In the impossibly dark shadows. If you want to see a bit better, you could use Allspecs, but I don't think there's anything actually hidden there.
There's never anything in them, yeah.
I can't understand why someone would go through the trouble of stealing a box with a very ancient corpse. This city's not that dull.
Beckett, what are you doing here? What happened to the Onkaran sarcophagus? Or what are you talking about?
Two.
Since it's missing, I'm inclined to believe it was stolen, or intentionally misplaced, if you like. Clearly, though, it's not here.
So what are you doing here? Who stole it? Did you steal it? What are you doing here?
I'm an archaeologist, so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of this Onkaran sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation.
Who stole it? Did you steal it? Did you get to examine it at all?
3 seems more interesting.
Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to debunk.
Gehenna? Oh, antediluvians. Oh, God.
I was just going to say, I always think of debunkers when you get out of a bunk. So it's not important.
That was a good joke.
No, it really wasn't.
I'm going to go for 2 because we already know what Gehenna is. Antediluvians.
No one I know has ever met one, but each of the clans and their bloodlines supposedly trace their origin to an original vampire, an antediluvian. Some swear these grandsires still exist into the present, but then kindred and kind believe a lot of strange things.
Antediluvian meaning before flood.
Oh.
So before the biblical flood. Vampires from before that time. And Gehenna? Or I could give a damn. Well, what it should say is, I couldn't give a damn. But I could give a damn about this stuff. I just need to find the sarcophagus.
Yeah, implying that you could give a damn, in fact. You give
Which
a damn.
Implies the opposite of the very thing you're trying to convey.
Yeah. And Gehenna?
Armageddon, doomsday, the end of all kindred. It's a common facet of most mythologies. Fear that the world will end. Many believe Cain and the antediluvians will return to consume or destroy all kindred. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Raziel would stop him.
Cain? Are there any other signs? Why do you disagree? Damn. So Cain?
Cain is the biblical first kindred and founder of the mythological first city, Enoch, a place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain's a figure concocted to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time.
Can you tell me more about Thin Bloods? Are there any other signs of Gehenna? Why don't you believe in Gehenna? I couldn't give a damn about this stuff, I just need to find the sarcophagus.
1.
Thin Bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and many can't embrace. Some are even rumored to have reproduced. Many kindred are terrified that their weak blood heralds the dissipation of every bloodline. Somewhat of an ignorant reactionary response, don't you think?
Gehenna and stuff. A lot of these questions, they're just the same every time now. But I'm going to go through them all. So why don't you believe in Gehenna?
As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried them over into kindred myth. But it doesn't take a supernatural act to cause widespread destruction. Humans and kindred are just as capable of managing their own destruction as a deity. A self-realized Gehenna warrants more vigilance than a god-induced one, don't you agree? Such is my argument, which so frequently falls on deaf ears.
I could ask if there's any other signs now.
Yeah.
What prophecy doesn't have vague apocryphal signs? Let's see. The usual ones cited are the appearance of thin bloods, Cain sightings, doom, gloom, that route.
This is all fascinating stuff. How long have you been studying kindred law?
For 300 years I've been trying to determine the function of our existence, the kindred's role in the world. I'm not content to attribute it to some act of supernatural biblical vengeance. We exist for a reason. And if it takes another 300, I'll figure it out. Any thoughts?
We're a predatory species like lions. We're mutations with powers like in comic books. We're the next evolution of human beings, or we're an alien species from outer space.
Oh, I see. Because it's like, I don't think, like, vampires have to exist for a reason, certainly. Maybe we just...
Yes, not everything is for something.
Yeah. Maybe two?
If you like.
The extent to which movies have shaped modern belief systems is extraordinary. Still, it's a better explanation than a divine sentence for manslaughter.
Word. I agree. I really don't know. I enjoy this life, however it came about. I don't know. I suppose
well,
maybe
that's two, isn't it?
We don't really know. Yeah, two.
My sentiments exactly. But there's time to rectify that. Well, my work here is stolen away into the night. Think I'll do the same.
Goodbye, Beckett. If you find the sarcophagus, call the prince. Good night. Or should I say, good evening. You do that. But I think I'll just say goodbye.
Email addressed to you is sent to the computer in your haven. Return to your haven frequently to check your email. Read the short ones.
You have found where the sarcophagus was being stored. Someone got there first.
And you killed a bunch of people.
It's been stolen. Hopefully he'll look over the killing a bunch of people. Okay, it just happened. We're fine. I tried. I went in there with the best of intentions, to be fair.
Oh, excuse me. Starting to doze off there. Oh, I need to get a guard animal of some sort to alert me when folks come in. Maybe one of them chimps like on that show Ape Detective? Oh, that monkey always gets his man.
Okay.
LaCroix is expecting me.
Say, Fruit Pie, if you're still up and about in a few hours, why don't you stop by at the end of my shift and I'll treat you to breakfast, huh? Endless stack of flapjacks, little boysenberry syrup, your security teddy bear.
Aww.
I'd love to, but I've got business to attend to. Sorry, see you later. I'm not a morning person. Sorry, excuse me. Or, you are my sunshine. Ugh.
Just one. It's like, well, I get that they're trying to make him a figure of fun. It's like someone who is happy to see you and always seems to want to buy me food. That is what? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what our entire relationship is based on, pretty much.
It's like you could do much worse.
Oh he's
no.
doing the butt in the moonlight look.
I'm sorry.
Butt clothed.
Also, I haven't really looked at this fire
Butt
effect.
clothed.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so bright.
Fire doesn't look like that.
No, it doesn't really. This view is amazing, eh? Maybe you look better from this angle. No, I think it is this angle.
The folly of leadership is knowing that no matter what you do, behind your back there's hundreds, certain that their own solution is the sounder one, and that your decision was the byproduct of a whimsical dart toss. I pronounce the blast sentence, and I soak the critical fallout. I make the decisions no one else will. Leadership. I wear the albatross and a bullseye.
What is this about? You're respected by everyone in this city for your leadership. If you made some good decisions once in a while, no one would say anything. I'll play along. Whatever is this about? How about we schmooze? Do you think it'll work?
I always pick them because it's like you've got enough to do it, and he might give you money.
Also, God, talk about falling upon your own sword. He feels such sorry for himself.
I've had my fill of sycophants. I need adjutants I can trust.
Yeah. Everyone respects you. Now, what's this all about? I haven't met people who speak highly of you. What's this all about? Neither is true. I mean, maybe somewhere in the middle, but one.
The blood hunt on Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout will be called. Rodriguez's execution is only a matter of time. I have lit the fuse. If a war ignites, it's my head they will sharpen the pikes for. At least I can rest easy in knowing that you, my most promising attendant, has relieved me of one encumbrance tonight. Do you need assistance bringing the sarcophagus up to my office?
Are you worried that the plumbing is going to be expensive? We've got, about the sarcophagus, it appears to have been stolen. Or I didn't bring it back, it was stolen. Also, he hasn't mentioned anything about the killing, so he's obviously relying on you for information here instead.
Huh. I didn't bring it back, it was stolen.
Stolen? Stolen? How? Who would... Oh, Gary. Gary, you treasonous maggot. I should have anticipated your treachery, sewer rat.
I love that. Gary's such a normal name.
Yeah. Gary? Oh, mind telling me just who the hell Gary is?
Gary?
The Nosferatu Primogen. The Nosferatu were responsible for finding out where the sarcophagus was taken after the Dane, and for getting keys to the museum. They were the only ones who knew. It's obvious to me now. My mistake.
Aww.
Also, you know what I'm thinking? It's like, he's not like a modern CEO, because a modern CEO would just go, well, I'll just blame some underling, and then I'll not be blamed, and I'll take all of the money.
The Nos... But...
I want him found. I want him... found. The sarcophagus could be exploited, causing who knows what catastrophe to this city, if it were to fall into the wrong hands.
I'll find Gary and the sarcophagus. When you say want him found, you mean me, I'm assuming? Well, what's the sarcophagus worth to you? I might be able to find it. Oh, good luck with that. I'm off.
I'll find Gary and the sarcophagus. Why would I say no?
The Nosferatu lurk in the filth below the streets of Hollywood, but not even I know just where they hide. Hollywood is, unfortunately, lacking in any Camarilla loyalties. Hollywood's baron is an anarch named Isaac. Isaac's more civil than the anarchs downtown, but nonetheless he wears his mistrust of me on his sleeve. He may know how to contact the Nosferatu. Find Gary and get him to talk. That sarcophagus could be used against us. Do not come back until you have it. Now, I must announce the blood hunt and bear the brunt of all consequences. Escort her out. ...
We'll just get shoved out. Yes, I feel like it was sort of going, all this other stuff is happening, so he's not paying attention to how the museum went right now. Maybe.
Talk to Chunk as well.
Maybe he'll tell me off later.
I'm sorry there, but Mr. LaCroix, he told me not to let anybody up right now. He sounded kind of PO'd. Must be all the late nights he's working. Anyhow, I can't let you go see him right now. Sorry.
But I really need to talk to him? It's of critical importance that I bring this matter to his attention personally. I'm sure you can make an exception for me. For me? I guess I'll come back later. Bye, Chunk.
But like I say, I always go for the persuasion options if they're available.
2.
Mr. LaCroix was real specific. And maybe if you come back later, he'll calm down. He seems to be all tore up about that sarcophagus that got stolen from a museum. Must be a real history lover.
All right. See you later, Chunk.
I'm not supposed to open the doors for anyone. Sorry there, Missy.
Bless him. But yeah, that's interesting because it tells you about antediluvians, though.
Ancient vampires, if they exist at all, are likely the most powerful creatures in the world.
Yes, they're members of the 3rd generation, so it goes, Cain was the original vampire, then there were 3 vampires that he begat, and those 3 vampires begat the clans we know and love from this game, and in doing so, I think they ate the 2nd generation, or the 2nd generation are unaccounted for, depending on which version of the various histories you look at.
There's lore anyway. We should also have a log update. The prince wants the sarcophagus now. First step, find Gary. The prince has suggested speaking with Isaac Abrams, the Baron of Hollywood. Isaac can usually be found in his jewelry store, so we're going to Hollywood. We have a couple of other things there, I think. Maybe. And we told him about the sarcophagus. So I'm going to check out my sheet, because I've got some experience. Is there something you'd recommend, or do you think I should wait until I can't do something? Maybe I should up my stealth.
Actually, the funny thing I was thinking about stealth is maybe you weren't supposed to sneak around successfully in the museum. It doesn't seem to have made a difference. So maybe the reason it was so difficult to sneak around is because you're not really meant to. I'm not sure. The only thing I could think of at the minute is research, because you found that book that you can't do.
Very good, very good. Where's research? That's built on intelligence and scholarship. Scholarship affects persuasion.
And intelligence. Intimidate.
Well, that's lower, so I'll go for that. It can be more well-rounded.
And it'll cost less. Actually, you should check the costs before you accept that. So that one was 12 or 8. So how much was the other one?
Scholarship, 9.
So yeah, you probably are better with intelligence.
Right, let's accept that, and then I'll check my books. Can I just have you just books?
You've just done it. Raises your finance knowledge, so you get a free thing.
So this is ABC, always be closing. It didn't let me read them until we knew about them.
Yeah.
Mitch and Murray's leads to the California real estate market. Raises your finance knowledge. Let's read it. That's the one we found.
Sobchak's Guide to Personal and Home Security, a manual on how to handle locks and doors of all kinds. This book raises your security skill. So yes, you spent 1 point getting research, and it's gained the ability to get 2 points in different skills, so well worth it, even if you don't get to pick them.
Yeah. Cool. And we only have 8 points left, and I'll leave those until we need to use them. I'm going to sell a couple of things at Larry. I'm going to go and hand this thing into Pisha, and then maybe we could go to Hollywood and at least get to see the opening.
Well, we also want to go back to our apartment.
Oh, okay.
Wonder Girl, seeing the kind of commando gear you been stocking up on, you ain't just using that stuff for keeping the neighbors away from your shit, is you?
It's really none of your concern. So, are you want some of this?
I guess 1, because it really isn't.
On the other hand, I think he's going to give you a mission, but I think he gives you it anyway.
Oh, so do you think I should go for 2?
No, go for 1.
Wow, that's your business, okay. I just figured somebody with a shopping list like yours might be up for a little action czar, alright?
What have you got in mind? I'm listening. I just need to pick up a few items. Show me what you got. Not interested. See you, Larry. What have you got in mind?
Yo, I need a hardcore pimp killing Cleopatra Jones for a supersized skull. Straight up Foxy Pam Grier style. Still with me?
I have no idea who that is. You've got my attention. Get to the point or forget it. Not my style. Sorry, Larry.
1.
Here's what's going down. I got a tip that the Chinatown Tone and some local boys are meet down at a nearby parking garage to carry out a business deal. Now, I can't tell you what they is exchanging, but let's just say a certain client of mine is ready to drop some Uncle Sam-sized bucks to acquire what's in briefcase number 1. You get it for me, I'ma not only give you a cut, but I'll roll out my special stock as well. Now, how that sound?
I do like stock. Sounds like a good deal for you. I want a discount at your store as well. I'll do it. Sounds risky. Count me out. We'll go for 1.
Yo, baby, why you gotta shake me down like that? If I hadn't just got my foot out of cash, I'd do it myself, but... Yeah, it's got to be that way? Fine. You got a discount. But only after I get the briefcase.
Deal. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Now, if you're the straight-out hard-boiled Terminator type, I'd suggest you buy some heavy firepower before you roll up to the parking garage. You need anything?
Let's see what you got. Well, I'm ready now. I'll be back with the briefcase.
Let's see what you've got. Let's sell the ring and the other ring.
So you really need to put that in your box at some point.
Watch. Prescription drugs.
Oh, is that a different one? No, it's
No,
not.
no,
It's
we've
just a
read that
pregnancy
one. And morphine. 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 That's fine. And selling this?
It's beneath your abilities, so you might as well. There's no other use for it.
Oh, and you think I should sell some of these?
I would sell, at the very least, the knife, the tire iron, and the baton.
Okay.
Baseball bats are rarer.
Buy some shotgun ammo.
You did use up quite a lot, yeah. You've still got plenty.
Yeah, it's just so I've got stuff. Right, we're golden. And that gave us an update. Traffic. Fat Larry, businessman extraordinaire, wants you to acquire a briefcase being exchanged between the Tongue and a local gang. The exchange will take place in a nearby parking garage. Get the briefcase undetected if possible.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's for some business.
Okay. This one? Do you want to do it now?
No, I would go back to your apartment at the very least, and dumping off the item for Pisha is probably also fairly useful.
Right, so let's do that. It doesn't actually take that long.
Just also it breaks up the fact that we've just returned from a combat area with lots of combat. It seems a bit strange to just rush into another combat area. So let's have a chat with some people first.
Some people, yeah. And yes, admittedly, I was just thinking, I don't remember you being able to sneak through the parking garage. Hey, lady.
Yes.
Here's the item from the museum. Vampire that eats flesh, it's still disgusting. About the items you want, forget it, it's nothing. Yeah, we'll have seen all of this. So 1.
Well, except the first one, obviously.
Yes. This is genuine and of use to me. There is something resonating from it. A whisper. I will give you this in trade. It is known as the Odious Chalice. It swells with spilled blood and offers its bloat to its owner.
My thanks.
Looks like a wet, rotting pig's face. Thanks. Another question? Oh, great. I'll be back if I find anything else.
I think I'll just say 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. The Odious Chalice, which restores blood points. The perverse creation of a Smithy?
That is a pretty much how it's pronounced here.
Okay, flesh crafter.
Some people would say it's Samiz, but I'm not sure. It's like
Samiz,
Tzenk or Tzinch from Warhammer 40k. There's a couple of different ways people say it that I've heard.
This abomination is forced to live a tortured eternity in servitude to the damned. As you kill enemies, the chalice will fill with blood. Use the chalice to feed from it and gain its stored vitae. It does look odd. It's like swirly, like a tentacle, but it has like an umbilical cord and a fin, an eyeball. It's very like almost Cthulhu-y as well.
A little.
Okay, thanks, lady.
It's essentially magic or fleshcraft.
Oh, as it says,
both.
yeah. It sounds quite sad that it's like lives damned eternity.
We've all been there.
Because it's like you've got a strange alive little circly thing in your pocket.
Well, I do, because I'm a guy.
I see. Alright, so that was Pisha. We'll go to our apartments, which is this way. Check the email, check the lady.
I mean, you can pop into the nightclub, but she keeps it for you anyway the next time you go in. You can get that knife now.
I figured it would pick it up as I walked over it.
No, you're thinking of Doom.
Yeah, I don't feel the need. It's because you pick up the ammo from the guns and the guns disappear. I don't feel the need to go in there constantly.
Well, to be honest, you're not short of money even remotely.
I am not, indeed. Got no mail? Got no mail? Or it's more awkward now that I have to use the elevator. I have to remember.
Yeah.
So she should be in a goth outfit now, yeah? Hey.
Oh, you're back. I went out this evening and I met someone and he wouldn't leave me alone, so he came back here with me and, well, I thought you might want to drink his blood.
Oh dear.
You did what? Where is he? I love coming home to find dinner waiting. Thank you, my pet. Just in time. I'm starved. You're finally making yourself useful. I don't really think I wanted to do this. Do I say one?
Well, you could, tell her off and say, don't bring people back.
Don't do that. If I want a snack, I'll just eat you a little.
In the bathroom. I locked him in. Did I mess up?
I'll deal with this. You stay here. I don't know yet. I'll see what I can do. Or maybe I'm overreacting. I might enjoy this.
2 seems pragmatic.
So you can finally put away that bail bond.
This bathroom? Or that bathroom?
Upstairs, I believe.
Oh, well, she's gone upstairs, so... Interesting outfit. She's very grey, actually. Hi.
What the hell is this shit? Let me out, goddammit! I'll kill that crazy bitch!
Look, my sister. She's a little nuts. I'll let you go if you forget about this. Calm down. There's been a misunderstanding. You'll do no such thing. Blah, blah, blah. Persuade? Persuade.
Yeah, I always go for persuade.
Psycho bitch brought me here, hit me in the head, and locked me up. What the fuck? I mean, who the fuck does that?
My sister, I just said that. She's sorry this is actually very therapeutic for her. Well, only because you tried to rape her. At least that's what she'll tell the cops. Get out of here. You don't mention what happened here to anyone, or I'm sorry, I should never have left her alone. My apologies.
What? These are all crazy.
Interesting options, yeah.
3, I guess.
As soon as I get out of here, I'm calling the goddamn cops. Let's see what they think of this, huh? I'll have them lock up both your asses.
What? Maybe I could use a drink. Oh, yes, whatever. After I drain you, you wouldn't even know what year it is. Maybe I could use a drink. Yes, I could use a drink.
What the hell does that mean? Wait, why are you looking at me like that? Hey!
Come here. I've got a secret to tell you. Do I drain him fully or just...
I would kill him. Oh, maybe you weren't supposed to kill him. Tough call.
Master?
Dump his body somewhere inconspicuous, would you? About your appearance, change it. It's nothing, my pet, excuse me. Or, oh, are you still here? I'll be off now.
I guess one, she should have to deal with it.
I promise it'll be done by the time you get back.
Good. Goodbye, Heather.
Oh, you should tell her to change outfits so you can see the other one when we next get back.
It's you. Earlier tonight, you weren't following me, were you? I had this feeling like I was being watched. Maybe it's nothing, but I'm still a little shook up.
It wasn't me. It could be one of a number of people who want me dead. Someone you don't know approaches you, shoot them in the head. Your life might be in danger, so Heather, I have to ask you to leave my service.
Gives you lots of chances to get rid of her, yeah.
Should I do that, do you think?
If you do, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, well, that might be your last chance. I honestly don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it's just... You have to decide what happens to the ghoul. I mean, I can tell you what happens if you keep her.
I mean, I think I kind of know. I don't know if you don't want to spoil it for people.
It's a pretty old game, but yeah, I don't want to just reveal immediately what happens. You do get an item if you keep her, but you lose her.
Yeah, I do know that. I'll just go for one for now.
Want you dead? Why? How could anyone think of harming someone so extraordinary?
Jealousy, probably. Just be careful, okay, my pet? The same again, and the same again. One.
I will.
About your appearance,
Okay.
change it. In for a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, you could also feed on it. Oh no, you're full.
I'm fine because of the guy she brought home. Let's check the email. 2 unread messages. 9. A gambit. A gambit from a friend. A gambit has been played. The king leaves himself open.
Subject business or business in Hollywood from LaCroix. I have a certain financial interest in a restaurant in Hollywood called Cavaletti Cafe. I've made an offer on the establishment that is more than generous, but it seems that the owners are remiss to accept. It is my understanding that a renowned food critic named Tommy Flayton will be writing an article about the restaurant very soon. Please intercept him there and make sure the review is unfavourable. Sebastian LaCroix.
That's interesting, because I see it's the whole you get investments as a vampire to actually make living comfortable.
Very missable, that.
Okay, so we came home, we saw a ghoul, she's going to change clothes. We ate a guy, which was interesting. I'm going to check the TV, because it might say something about the museum. And then I think it's time to leave it there.
We will return safely and urge anyone who might have seen Salvador to contact the police. Firefighters are trying to contain a flash fire in the Hollywood Hills this morning. Smoke and debris from a house fire alerted residents late this evening. The fire had already spread rapidly by the time firefighters arrived due to brush and wind conditions. Fire officials expect the blaze to be extinguished within the next few hours, but are advising local homeowners in the area to evacuate. Concerned parent groups joined several senators on the step of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games. Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent game. Among the titles the group is trying to get banned from stores are Mangle Garden, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln Teaches Killing. Protesters say that extended media attention towards exploitive games such as Meth Tycoon promotes parental awareness of their adult content and lessens children's interest in the taboo-themed games. The Ankaran sarcophagus, delivered to the Los Angeles Museum of Natural History this morning, was stolen just hours before experts could examine its contents. Several security guards were killed during the robbery attempt, making this the bloodiest robbery in the museum's 70-year history. A police investigation is underway. More on this story as it breaks. The search for an LA sewer worker is beginning to look grim as police and family end their 7th night looking for Luis Salvador after he failed to return home.
Yeah,
Probably
absolutely.
just feed
Interesting though that it's like stories which aren't really anything to do with yet, but they're just about Hollywood, because we're about to go to Hollywood.